It happens without warning. A song comes on, maybe one you have heard 100 times before, maybe one you are hearing for the very first time, and somewhere in the first few bars, something shifts. A wave moves through your body from your chest outward, your skin tightens, your hair stands up, your breath catches for just a moment, and then it passes, and you are left sitting there wondering what just happened to you. And for most of human history, nobody knew why it happened. They just knew that certain combinations of sounds could reach inside a human body and do something that nothing else could do, something that felt almost like being touched from the inside. Here is the first thing that will surprise you. Not everyone experiences frisson. Studies suggest that only around 25% of people regularly experience chills from music. The other 75% hear the same song and feel nothing unusual at all. For a long time, scientists assumed this was a matter of taste or emotional sensitivity. But when they looked more closely, they found something far more interesting. The brains of people who experience frisson are physically different from the brains of people who do not. In 2017, researchers at Harvard University scanned the brains of frisson experiencers and non-experiencers. They found that people who get chills from music have a higher volume of fibers connecting the auditory cortex to the areas of the brain that process emotion. More connections, faster communication. A more direct line between the part of the brain that hears and the part of the brain that feels. People who experience frisson are not more emotional than everyone else. Their brains are literally wired differently. The highway between sound and feeling has more lanes in their brain than in yours, but this still does not explain why music gives anyone chills at all. To understand that, we have to go somewhere unexpected. We have to go to the moment just before the chills arrive. Because the chills are not caused by the music itself. They are caused by what your brain predicts the music is about to do. Your brain is a prediction machine. Every moment of every day it is running ahead of reality, building a model of what is about to happen, and constantly comparing that model to what actually arrives. When reality matches the prediction, your brain registers it as neutral. When reality violates the prediction, your brain fires a response. And music is one of the most sophisticated prediction violation systems ever encountered by the human brain. A melody sets up a pattern. A rhythm creates an expectation. And then at exactly the right moment, the composer does something unexpected. A note that should resolve one way resolves another. A silence arrives where a sound was expected. A new instrument enters that was not there before. A voice rises higher than you thought it could go. And in that fraction of a second when your brain's prediction is violated, something extraordinary happens. Your brain releases dopamine, not after the moment of surprise, not during the moment of surprise, just before it. In the anticipation. In the moment your brain detects that something unexpected is coming but has not yet arrived. This is why the chills often hit in the build-up to a chorus. In the moment just before the full sound arrives, your brain is releasing dopamine in anticipation of a reward it can already sense is coming. And that dopamine release combined with the physical response of your nervous system produces frisson. The chills are your brain flooding with reward chemicals 1/2 second before the musical payoff lands. You are not feeling the music. You are feeling your brain's excitement about what the music is about to do. But there is something deeper happening here, something that connects frisson to a much older part of human experience. The physical response of frisson is almost identical to the physical response of fear. Skin tightening, hair standing up, breath catching, heart rate changing. These are the same responses your nervous system produces when it detects danger. And this is not a coincidence. Millions of years before music existed, the human nervous system used these exact physical signals as alarms. Sudden, unexpected sounds in the environment meant potential danger. A snap in the grass, a rustle in the dark, a sound that did not fit the pattern of the world around you. Your body would tighten, your hair would rise, your senses would sharpen. The same system that kept your ancestors alive on the savannah is the system that fires when the strings swell in a symphony. Music hijacks your threat detection system, and instead of producing fear, it produces something closer to awe. The physical machinery of terror repurposed for transcendence. But why does this feel so good? Because your brain knows the difference. The moment frisson begins, your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for context and reasoning, registers that you are safe. There is no predator. There is no danger. The physical alarm is firing, but the rational brain knows it is a false alarm. And the collision between those two signals, the body responding as if something enormous is happening, and the mind knowing you are completely safe, produces one of the most unusual emotional states the human brain is capable of. A physical experience of danger with a cognitive experience of safety, terror without threat, and that combination feels like nothing else in human experience. It feels like being briefly, overwhelmingly, undeniably alive. This is also why frisson is more likely to happen when you listen to music alone. In a group, your social brain is partly occupied with monitoring the reactions of others. Alone, that monitoring stops. The music has your full nervous system to itself, and the frisson response can run completely uninterrupted. One more thing. Frisson is more common in people who score high on a personality trait called openness to experience. People who are drawn to new ideas, new sensations, and new ways of seeing the world. And this makes a kind of sense. Frisson is what happens when your brain encounters something it did not predict, something that went beyond what it had modeled, something that turned out to be more than expected. People who are open to that experience in life are more open to it in music too. The chills are not a mystery. They are a message. They are your brain telling you that something just happened that it could not have predicted, that something exceeded the model. That something was more than enough. And in a world where most of what we encounter is exactly what we expected, that feeling is rare enough to be worth chasing.